Okay, Rita, are you ready for this?
I am not. I did not sign up for this at all.
This is, by the way, the first 3 of 6 parts. 6 parts!
We're not going to have to do this for all parts, do we?
Let's find out. All right, have a look.
Jeez. Why are they using the Queen? How dare they?
Well,
After making her life so needlessly stressful in her final years.
and also, see at the start, all the interviews happened in August. So they're telling you this all happened before she died, right? So everything mean we said about the family, what they get to redo in the next couple of episodes?
Well, no, they were happy for the Queen to see this travesty. They were happy for this to be inflicted on the Queen and the institution she served for 70 plus years.
I mean, what a creative title.
Oh,
mean,
Harry and Meghan.
sure.
I prefer Ginger and Windsor, but I don't know why they didn't go with that.
I just really want to get to the other side of all of this.
Of what?
I don't know what to say anymore.
Harrowing ordeal being a pampered princess without a job. She's such a bad actress. How did she ever get on Suits?
Have you ever seen that show?
Oh, it's true, yeah.
What is she harrowing about? Like, she's recording the video because she's been paid $100 million.
Yeah, to talk about what a victim she is, being absolutely adored. Because this is the thing with this couple. Never mind all the verifiable lies that have already been exposed. She was fated like nobody before. And I, being one of the first to say, this chick's a fake, what's going on? When everyone loved her, I remember that because everyone was just in raptures. And I'm like, do you not see how fake this is?
You know, she sacrificed everything that she ever knew
Look how cute George looks.
and then had to join me in my world. And then pretty soon after that, I ended up sacrificing everything that I know to join her in her world.
You think they're like war heroes? This is stupid. What am I even watching?
Hang on, so okay.
Oh,
so
I've had enough already.
So she sacrifices her life to join his.
Be a B-class actress on a TV program.
Trade up, right?
Massive
Massive trade up.
sacrifice, yeah.
And then he trades in her life to be with her, but he tells this harrowing story while driving an Audi.
Yeah, convertible.
If this is what victimhood is, can I please sign up?
This is so inauthentic. How thick would you have to be to think any of this is really... You know, this is... You get more reality from the Kardashians. This entire build-up is so mundane. Like, this is really... What is this telling us? This is supposed to be exposing us to truths that we haven't heard.
This is a global event, Rita. It's a global event.
Thus far, I'm not only thoroughly bored, I'm starting to grow increasingly annoyed.
Rarely did we have a holiday without someone with a camera, you know, jumping out of a bush or something. Within the family, within the system, the advice that's always given is don't react. Don't feed into it.
It's good advice.
Yeah.
You should be taking it right now.
There was always public pressure with its fair share of drama, stress, and also tears, and witnessing those tears.
So we're starting the narrative here. Poor me, because the paparazzi,
That's it.
right? So we're building the PTSD narrative, right?
That's it. This is the evil media. Never mind that things are fairly dramatically different, particularly for the royal family and the media's treatment of them now,
Yeah.
compared to back then.
100%.
Hello. You're right, easy. Bitches, you right? Hello.
She's not good at faking a smile.
And then the deal was we put our skis on, then they'd then leave us alone. Well, yeah, some of them would. But then the other ones would just then follow us around, either taking photographs or waiting for an accident to happen and then put out their cameras. So it was never fair, it never worked.
Can I make a prediction? This is all setting up, obviously, what happened to his mum, and I was afraid it would happen to Meghan.
He's got to stop seeing his mum and Meghan. It's frankly a little bit creepy.
The pain and suffering of women marrying into this institution.
What, becoming princesses and
Isn't that
queens?
literally a fairy tale?
I remember thinking, how can I ever find someone who is willing and capable to be able to withstand all the baggage that comes with being with me?
Well, you didn't, did you? You didn't find someone capable, but you certainly had plenty willing. He had no shortage of will. Oh, is he seriously saying, as a prince, beloved prince that he was, he worried they could ever find somebody to become a princess? This has gone from being just painfully boring to being asinine.
But also, what does it say about what's he saying about the women that have married into the family? Like, what's he saying about Kate? What's he saying about anyone, Camilla, anyone who's married in?
Well, you know what? It's Kate who came into the family with all these, because she knew she was going to be queen and she
Yes.
was going to be the mother of a future king.
That's pressure.
That's pressure. The rest
Husband
of
of
them,
spare parts.
the rest of them are just there for the ride. Enjoy yourself.
Grandma?
For
That's your grandma, Diana.
You know, I didn't want history to repeat itself.
All he's doing now is exposing his family to the type of media intrusion they would have never had if they remained working royals.
Is it bad that the baby touching the grandma picture's cute?
Oh, the babies are always cute. And everyone blames Meghan because it's easy to blame Meghan. But to me, it's Harry who's at maximum fault. He's the one who abandoned his family. He's the one who abandoned his duty, his country, and then poured all this rubbish at his own grandmother and the rest of the family, but when he knew his grandmother was ailing.
He's obviously, why wouldn't you be hurt forever about your mum dying, having to walk behind the casket, all of that, right?
Oh, very hard.
But
heartbreaking.
it seems like in terms of PTSD, he has more about cameras than fighting in Afghanistan. And which means maybe he was broken before he ever met her.
He's gone from being possibly the most loved royal along with the Queen to now being a figure of mockery.
Yeah, correct.
And you know what? If you want to do this, if you want to preach about misinformation and talk about, you know, just what a wonderful ethical creature you are and how much better than the royal family, don't get caught in lies over and over again. And that's where they've come undone. They've been caught in verifiable lies and you lose all credibility. As we've seen, they've come undone with just the 63-second promo in the UK where people have pulled out, well, wait a second, that's shots from the Harry Potter film premiere 5 years before you even met. And this one was from when Katie Price was, you know, followed by paparazzi. Nothing to do with you lot. So in the UK, they have been caught out, but I wonder, if in the US, this sob story is working.
You hear that? That is the sound of hearts breaking all around the world. It is reported that Prince Harry is dating actress Meghan Markle.
The world's most eligible bachelor.
That new transatlantic alliance.
They met last summer.
Next morning, it was so
British
overwhelming.
prince and his American sweetheart.
I said, okay, well then I'll just treat it like we're in the bush. Where like it's all foreign to me, but I trust that you'll keep me safe and you'll get me through it.
Oh, give me a break. Again, talk about bloody bull that we're asked to swallow. Her childhood friends, didn't they say she was obsessed with Princess Di and the royals, and now we're expected to believe she had no idea what she was getting into, no idea who he was and all the pomp and ceremony and what a big deal it was.
But the classic thing of all of these people that sends me nuts, they want to have it both ways. I am a world leader. I can hang out with a president, but I'm not even aware of this thing called the royal family in the UK.
No.
I'm part of celebrity culture, but I don't understand when somebody is more famous than me that the pressures might be slightly different.
Obviously now people are very aware of my race because they made it such an issue when I went to the UK, but before that, most people didn't treat me like a black woman.
What? To play the race card when we all remember when she came on the scene, the
21st century's here, modern princess, change the monarchy.
She was going to revolutionise the monarchy. It was going to be so much better. She was precisely what the monarchy needed. It was all overwhelmingly positive, and the adulation from not just the media but the public was over the top.
This fairy tale is embedding itself in a nation that is having a pretty toxic debate about the European Union.
No, it's not a toxic debate. It's about self-determination.
Correct. How's Brexit part of this?
Oh, God.
Brexit's not part of this story. Hi, Nigel.
Hi, Nigel.
Immigration is the #1 issue. So people are very upset. They're very unhappy.
If you go back and look at the social media of that moment, immigration is at the absolute centre of those debates.
They want to control their own borders, which they're still not, by the way.
It's about Brussels telling you what food you can sell.
This is gaslighting and misinformation.
So the EU commissioned a report in 2016, exactly the same time that our relationship became public. It warned that if the government isn't going to do something, or if the media aren't going to sort themselves out, that a culture war that had already existed was going to become huge and become a real problem.
Are you kidding me?
This is the longest bow I have ever seen. Give me a break.
What are you talking about?
Oh, Jesus.
Increased racism attacks after EU referendum. That's nothing to do with
It's Al Jazeera. It's Al Jazeera. That's your source. Oh, this is too stupid. Paul.
Okay, so we're supposed to believe that the media who said she would be the 21st century princess modernising suddenly unveiled themselves to be horrific racists because England left the EU.
Never mind that the overwhelming majority of the media were pro-Remain.
Correct.
As were the entire activist, academic, celebrity class.
So anti-racist and anti-Brexit.
So, yeah, and to characterise Brexit as racist is not only misinformation, it is a bloody insult to the British public. It is about self-determination and, for the love of God, trying to say that that was somehow the mood in the country turned into something against Meghan, when we can show you the front pages. The adulation was OTT.
Again, this is for America. This is 100% for people on Twitter in New York and LA to go, oh, that weird country with the birthright kings and queens full of racists. No. This
is getting desperate. And the crazy thing is that this bloke, Prince Harry, is still a prince. I mean, his titles should be stripped after this catastrophe.
Correct.
I mean, if King Charles has got any backbone, he'll do that. But this is gaslighting and misinformation from a dude who is lecturing the world about the dangers of misinformation. So...
Please, an award-winning dude, an award-winning prince.
But how do you explain that to people? How do you explain that you bow to your grandmother?
Because she's the queen, you idiot.
You will need to curtsy.
Yeah, because she's the queen.
Oh, yeah, because they've never heard about queens.
Now I'm starting to realize this is a big deal. I mean, Americans will understand this. We have medieval times, dinner and tournament. It was like that. Like, I curtsied as though I was like...
Oh, look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him.
Pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
He's not cool with that.
Was that okay?
Oh,
so
that's taking the piss out of the Queen.
Oh, you think?
He's like, even him, he's not cool with that.
No, don't give him an out, because yes, he looked uncomfortable, but at the end of it, he sat there like an idiot and grinned as she mocks his grandmother and the institution that she devoted her life to. That right there, that guy is such a pitiful milquetoast that he did that. That is, I think, out of everything I've seen, the most revealing, the most sickening 10 seconds right there.